So with that, I think we are all set, and we'll get started here. Let me just look and see what we have. Okay. There we go. Hey, I'm Meteorologist Robert Forgit again from Anchorage, Alaska here. Alaska's news source has been a great actual week for much of Alaska except for the West Coast, where we saw blizzard conditions, low visibility at the beginning of the week, and then of course we're still seeing that with high wind warnings. The reason for it is the low pressure system. Let's go ahead and see what we have here, and we'll go ahead and see if I can take this nice shot down and catch a can. And pretty nice there. And there is the satellite and radar that we are seeing right now, and notice how clear it is. There's not too much happening throughout the state, and that's a real good thing, as we have seen some pretty nasty weather over the last 3 weekends. First of all, some very severe winds through south central, but that has all calmed down. And as we go ahead and just look at and see what is happening, there's not too much. High wind warning out, and I'll show where that is, an air quality alert in the Fairbanks area. So as we take a look, hey Marfa, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Hey, high wind warning to midnight tonight for Shishmaref, the Bering Strait coast. That'll drop off for St. Lawrence Island, Wales, Diomede. Also a high wind warning till tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. That's for the lower Yukon River with gusts to maybe about 65 miles an hour. We'll see also the air quality alert. That's till 11 tomorrow with the North Pole stage 2 alert, but Fairbanks, no alert to speak of. Taking a look around the Metro Bowl in Anchorage, 18 degrees. The winds are east 3 miles per hour. Feels like about 18 out there with that, so that's not too poor. Hey, Arnold, nice to have you. Hey, good evening from St. Lawrence. Yeah, you've had some windy conditions out there. And hey, Junior, nice to have you too. Good evening. As we look at the current conditions through South Central, below 0 in Talkeetna this hour with 1 below. We're seeing 14 below in Gulkana, Glen Allen. Also Anchorage coming at 18, 19 Valdez, and Homer coming in at 39 with just a little bit of cloudiness there, and Cordova. Palmer area, Rusty, we are seeing a temperature of 9 degrees right now, and tomorrow you're going to see some nice weather too. Stick around, I'll have that in just a minute. As we take a look out in Fairbanks, we're seeing 11 below. It's dropped quite a bit in the last hour, but no wind to speak of, so it still feels like 11 below and very clear through much of the mainland part, interior part of Alaska. Look at the temperature right now, Fort Yukon with 32 below, 1 below in Eagle. We're looking at Tanana, that's coming in at 6 below, and we're, of course, Denali coming in at about 8. When are we going to warm up, Rusty? It's going to be a little bit. Here's a quick forecast for those that don't want to stick around for the whole show. Anchorage is going to be 25 tomorrow. It's going to be 28 up in Wasilla. Tonight's going to be cold though. You're going to see temperatures really drop tonight. Fairbanks coming in at 12 tomorrow, 28 in Juneau, and Bethel seeing 37 with sunny skies. Hey, I want to go over the daylight, and good thing about it is everyone on this chart is right now at 8 hours, and we're looking at 8 hours and 1 minute tomorrow for Fairbanks, 9 hours and 2 minutes for Juneau, and Anchorage coming at 8:39 and 8 hours and 43 minutes for Bethel. Pretty nice. Hey, since I have a bunch of you on, you night owls, on a Sunday night after the Super Bowl. Was there really a Super Bowl? Because I didn't see much of a game tonight, so I was waiting for it to start. Hey, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. If you didn't catch the 10 o'clock news, then you might not be able to get this answer. But if you did, then you'd be cheating to guess. But hopefully you'll get on and guess. The first Super Bowl was January 15th, 1967, Chiefs and the Packers. What of these things was not invented yet? Was it the pacemaker, the UAV, the MRI, or the cordless tools? What do you think? Take a guess. Hey, Masa from Dillingham, nice to have you on board. Again, take a guess at the Forgit factoids. For those that don't know, I've been doing these for years. I started doing them in 2000 on the radio on Friday Forgit factoids, and I still do it now since I do it on the news. 9. It's been Arnold's coming in with D. He thinks the cordless tools were not invented by 1967. That's what we're looking at. Which one was not invented by January 15th, 1967, the first Super Bowl? Come on, take a guess. There's other folks on the line. I can see you. Rusty D, you're going to go with cordless tools. You think those weren't invented yet? Okay. What else we have? Anybody else? Come on, take a guess. Take a guess. Love to see you take a guess on this one. And that'd be really fun if you could get the answer. So, and we'll go ahead and see what's going on. Hopefully you've had a nice weekend. If you enjoyed the Super Bowl, good for you. I just like to see a good game. I didn't really care who won. I just wanted to see a good game, but we really didn't have much of that today. But go ahead and try to guess the Forgit factoid, and then we'll move on a little bit. Let me go ahead and hit the right button. I think there it is. A few more games. Lacey's going to go in with the pacemaker, A. Martha going with D as well. Junior's going with D. Matthew, you're going with D. Welcome. Nice to have you on board. Anybody else want to take a guess? First Super Bowl, January 15th, 1967, Chiefs and the Packers. But what are these things? Was not invented yet. The pacemaker, unmanned aerial vehicles, MRI, cordless tools. Pacemaker, got another. Noel, thanks for joining us. Pacemaker. We have some night owls tonight. So, okay, I'm going to give you the answer here in just a second because I want to move on. And frankly, I want to get out of here. It's been a long day. We usually come in around noon, 1 o'clock, and it makes for a long day when you're getting out of work at about 11. So another little bit longer. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, Rusty, Super Bowl wasn't a game. It was not a game. Okay, any more guesses? Which one of these was not invented by 1967, January? All right, here we go. Going to give the answer. And here we go. It was actually the MRI. It was actually invented in 1972 to 1977. The reason I put those dates was it was invented and patented around 1972, but the first one where a person actually goes through the machine wasn't until about 1977. So Sarah goes definitely MRI. That's right. Hey, the UAV 1849 was when that was invented. 1961 for cordless tools, and 1960 the pacemaker was invented. So hey, thanks for playing. Hopefully you got it right. Masa, you did. And let's go ahead and look at the forecast for the rest. This was the sunset in Anchorage over Cook Inlet this afternoon, evening, and very clear out in Anchorage still. High temperatures. Notice the Aleutians, 45. That was the high with Coal Bay, Unalaska, and Adak all getting the state high. Next is King Salmon with 42, and then Kodiak, rainy, 40 today, and it was also 40 in Sitka. So what are we looking at? Well, look at the wind gusts. That kind of tells you where all the action is over near the low pressure system. And we actually saw the highest winds today so far, 60 in Adak, 56 in Unalaska, St. Paul coming in 53, 56 in Coal Bay, and Savunga was actually the high at 62 mile-an-hour gusts. Hey, Sellowick, nice to have you, Junior. Nice to have all of you on board. And if you're from out of state, let me know where you're from. Always like to know who's visiting the great state of Alaska and joining us for the forecast. It's this low pressure system been kind of hanging out. It's going to continue to hang out as we look ahead. It's associated front. If you notice, by tomorrow, about midday, things should be relatively calm. I say that not in the wind category, but certainly in the moisture category. Most of the watches and warnings should fall off by then. We get into Monday night into Tuesday, we'll see that next set of moisture kind of hit much of the west coast. Gina, thanks for playing. And that will happen on Tuesday and start to die out as we get into Wednesday, with a lot of the state seeing relatively clear skies. You'll still see moisture around Kodiak because of that train of moisture coming all the way down from the south. But for the most part, we are still going to hold on to this high pressure throughout much of the state until another low begins to form on Thursday, and that might bring a chance of some snow into south central on Thursday night and into Friday. So for tomorrow, we're looking at sunshine through the southeast, temperatures in the 30s and 20s. For the interior, again, some sunny skies with 12 in Fairbanks, only 24 below in Fort Yukon, with tonight's low around 34 below. That's chilly. And 3 in Tok, expected to be the high. North Slope, mostly cloudy skies. Looking at low teens, 5 though in Dead Horse, pretty chilly over there near the Alcan border. High wind warning again. We're going to see that cancel as we get into tomorrow, so not too bad. We're going to see most of those winds die down, but 45 mile-an-hour gusts expected with some blowing rain tomorrow. For Gamble, 34, 37 in Bethel. We'll also see 31 in Nome, Kotzebue, 18. It's been really warm along the west coast the last few days with that southerly flow. The visibility's been poor with those blizzard-like conditions about 4 or 5 days ago, but we certainly have seen that start to taper off. Rain and wind, though, and windy conditions. Again, those winds coming out of the southeast in most locations, gusting to 35 in Unalaska, Adak gusting to 55, 50 in St. Paul, and we'll also see cloudy skies and rain predominantly being the picture. As we take a look at the Kenai, another sunny day, mostly sunny. Homer, though, see mostly cloudy skies. Seward, mostly cloudy with 36 and 38. 43 in rain expected with your gust to about 40 in Kodiak. For Prince William Sound, Copper River Basin, sunny skies. Except for Whittier, looking out for some rain, but the winds certainly dying down east about 5 to 10. So, yeah, sunshine. It was warm in your neck of the woods. Yes, indeed. Good to have you on board. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow, too, by the way. Matsu, we're looking at sunny skies. Talkeetna, 26, 23 in Willow. Wasilla, 27, and should say Wasilla, 28, 27 in Palmer. And notice the nighttime lows, single digits to right around 0 as you get up into the Susitna Valley. And for Anchorage, 25 in Anchorage, Girdwood, 29, sunny skies. Should be fairly nice. If you like to hike, do anything, get out, especially get up in the mountains, pretty nice. Don't watch the slopes, but if you're just doing some hiking up into the hillside, pretty nice. And for Fairbanks tomorrow, sunny skies, and for the rest of the week, looking at about the same temperatures in single digits. By Thursday, those nighttime lows in the below 0 readings in the teens. For Anchorage, fairly nice week, mild week with those temperatures in the 20s, and boy, I tell you what, you know it's a nice when you're in your car and you park it, come back and the car's slightly warm with the sun getting in there. That means we are starting to pop out of winter, but we still got a ways to go. Nighttime lows, again, right around 10. For Juneau, it'll be sunny. We're going to see a sunshine and then a few clouds moving in towards the end of the week. Temperatures will rise with that, but tomorrow looking at 30 with 23 your low tomorrow night. So that's kind of what we're looking at as we continue on. So should be a fairly nice week with that sunshine hanging out. I appreciate all of you who've made comments. Appreciate you watching this late night Facebook and also on the YouTube. Appreciate that as well. And if you didn't like the Super Bowl, there's always next year, right? So from all of us at Alaska's News Source, we hope you have a nice week. And for me personally, please be kind. Please be kind to others, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Do something nice for yourself, because if you don't do it for yourself, it's hard to give to others, right? So let's try to be kind to others and also to yourself. You deserve that. So appreciate you watching, and have a great week.